Well, hello, soul family. Beautiful rising, good afternoon, and or lovely evening to you, wherever you are, depending on the location of your rotation. Thank you for stopping by my channel. This is our weekly goddess energy check-in. This is our our goddess year. So we are using this book to tune into a different goddess each week and yeah, use it to invoke our divine feminine energy. So, the book is Your Goddess Year by Sky Alexander, a week by week guide to invoking the divine feminine. And we are in March, so I have my little book right here. And today we are reading the story of Ostara. So we are in the month of March, so let's read the energy of March. Okay. By March, the worst of the winter would be over. The snow would thaw, the rivers began to run, and the world would wake into itself again. Neil Gaiman, English author, Odd and the Frost Giants. March. In the March, the dark days are behind us, and everywhere we look, we see beauty beginning to emerge. This month, the goddesses Kuan Yin, Sedna, Ostara, and Tiamat encourage us to embrace a new cycle of creativity. Here, you'll get to know these goddesses and hear their stories. You'll learn how to draw on their experiences in order to dispel darkness in your own life and see the world in a new light. Spring opens the door to infinite possibilities. Yes, yes. Okay, so Ostara. Okay. Dates for inviting her March 19th through the 26th. On the spring equinox and during the first week of the spring in the northern hemisphere, we honor the Germanic fertility goddess Ostara or Ostar, which came wait, from which our word Easter comes. Her holiday signifies a turning point in the solar year, after which daylight will last longer than nighttime. Her story. Spring is a time of awakening and renewal, and Ostara brings hope after the long, barren winter season. Folklore sometimes refers to her as the goddess of the dawn, for sunrise chases away the darkness and blesses the world with new possibilities. Ostara often appears as a beautiful young woman, radiant with optimism and joie de vivre. One of the brothers Grimm, Jacob, described her as the divinity of the radiant dawn, of upspringing light, a spectacle that brings joy and blessing. Artists depict the goddess decked out in flowers that blossom at this time of the year. New life bursts forth on earth now. Birdsong fills the air, and baby animals are born. Farmers till and sow their fields as the time of fertility begins. Nice. You too can plant seeds symbolically this week as your own creative juices start to stir. Ostara inspires you to express your vision, to awaken to the promise and abundance that lie within you, and to begin new projects that will bear fruit in the coming months. Her animal totems. The popular practice of decorating eggs at Easter derives from a legend about Ostara. During winter, the goddess found a half dozen bird wait, a half dozen bird lying cold on the ground. She changed it into a rabbit and thereby saved its life. However, the rabbit retained some of its bird qualities, including the ability to lay eggs. To thank the goddess, the rabbit painted some eggs for her. Ostara liked them so much she told the rabbit to give them to everyone in the world. Of course, we associate both eggs and rabbits with fertility. So, reasons to invite her. Invite Ostara at the start of a new venture. She'll lend you her exuberance and fertilize your efforts. If you feel stumped or frustrated in a creative endeavor, or can't seem to get an undertaking off the ground, ask Ostara for inspiration and guidance. Like the bird she rescued in a legend, the goddess will nurture you and revive your self confidence. You can also call on her for helping planting an herb, vegetable, or flower garden. How to invite her. Celebrate Ostara this week by decorating eggs to thank her for the abundance in your life and to request her continued assistance in the coming year. You'll need 5 pots of water large enough to cook the vegetables, 1 pot for each color dye, 1 head red cabbage chopped for red dye, a few beets sliced for purple dye, skins from a few yellow onions for yellow dye, 1 large carrot chopped for orange dye, 1 large handful fresh spinach for green dye, a colander or large sieve, 5 glass bowls, 1 for each color dye, 10 tablespoons white vinegar divided, 12 large white eggs hard boiled, non toxic paints or crayons optional. 1. In each of the pots, add the vegetable matter for 1 color and cook until the water is brightly colored. 2. Using the colander or sieve, strain the colored liquid into the bowls and add 2 tablespoons of white vinegar to each bowl to set the dye. 3. Soak the eggs in the colors of your choice, making sure that the liquid covers the eggs completely. The longer the eggs soak, the deeper the color will be. 4. If you like, you can paint or draw images on the eggs that symbolize what you hope to attract. Hearts for love, $signs for wealth, etc. Be careful when handling freshly dyed eggs as some of the dye will rub off. 5. Later, when you eat the eggs, imagine incorporating their creative potential into your body and materializing whatever you desire. Okay, I like that. 6. Bury the colorful shells. Don't just dump them into the trash to continue the cycle of fertility and blessings. Okay. Where to seek her. To commune with this fertility goddess, take a trip to a farm where the first crops are beginning to poke their green shoots through the soil. Place your palms on the rich earth and sense the vitality of new life bursting forth. If that's not possible, visit a garden center and walk among the rows of budding plants. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, I could feel the earthiness and the fertility in just reading this. I think another name is Ishtar as well. I think that's another name that she goes by. But yeah, so this has been another of our weekly Goddess Energy check-ins. Uh, this week, yeah, Ostara. So I hope you all learned something new because that is the whole point of these. And of course, like remember that there are so many sources of these goddesses, and this is only one source. So if any of these goddesses stick out to you, then look up more information. Don't just take one point of view. Look up more information and see what sticks out to you. But thank you all so very much for being here. I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you in the next one.